Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
And what's on the cutting room floor today?
You know Katy Perry, the singer.
Yes.
Sing me some of her songs,
I
Brendan.
kissed a girl and I liked it.
And?
Bikinis on top. You're hot when you're cold. You're yes when you're no.
Eye of the tiger, etc.
Yeah, raw.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of strange conspiracy theories going around all over the place.
About Katie, can I just say...
all over the world, about anything.
Sidebar, she's kind of, she's got it going on. Like, you know, in a...
Can I say, do you don't think it's a little bit try-hard at the moment? And I'm sorry to say it.
Oh, do you think try hard? Why?
Well, I think, her new albums have been a bit lackluster and it's about women power and, you know, the Rosie the Riveter imagery and all of that. But it seems to be sort of appropriated.
Yeah.
Say this is girl power, but my music's still
but she looks
bubble gum.
She looks smoking hot in those shorts.
Well, that's all you need to know. But she's always been smoking hot.
And I didn't realise that she had, you know, as large.
She's been famous for the large ones.
I didn't know about that. I never.
No, she's always
had the large ones. If you said named large-breasted singers.
Oh, when would I ever say that to you? That's why this conversation hasn't happened. Because I've never asked you that.
If you were to ask me, you know, rattle off some large-breasted singers, you know, Sam Fox, Dolly Parton, you know, there'd be a raft of those singers. Sabrina, you know.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, she got big bosoms. Oh, no, I'm thinking of that other one. Wherever, who's that? Shakira.
Her hips don't lie. I'm not sure about her bosom.
Yeah.
When you finish being middle-aged and creepy about this, can we move on?
I'm not being creepy.
You are.
Is it?
Brendan, you're a broadcaster. Come on.
Broadcaster, eh? Hey. No, come on. Don't be like this.
Don't be like this.
Don't be like...
You know, how'd your job at Triple J go? Imagine this on that station.
Oh, you couldn't. You can't say anything on Triple J.
You can't say anything. You can't talk about their boob size. I want their bra sizes.
I can't be on Triple J. I'm too white and I'm too old and I eat meat.
Oh, and you're inappropriate. Well, anyway, the story I'm about to tell you is very unusual and probably inappropriate on some levels. So someone has posted a conspiracy theory regarding Katy Perry and captioned with IYK. Do you know what that means?
RYK.
IYK.
IYK. I know.
If you know, you know.
Oh, okay.
And the post it said, "Wake up, people."
Yeah.
And it's an AI-generated video of JonBenet Ramsey.
Oh, yeah.
The young 6-year-old beauty queen, young
tragically
girl. Tragically murdered. So the AI morphs from JonBenet into Katy Perry. And underneath that, someone's written, "Wake up, people, if you know, you know." The inference being that she is JonBenet Ramsey.
JonBenet Ramsey's body was found.
Yes, it was. But don't let that stop this crazy theory. So reactions from fans were mixed. Some people say, this person said, "I always thought this."
Right.
There were others who pointed out the notion that the video was disrespectful to the deceased because, yes, the murder was unsolved, but the body was discovered.
Of course. And, yes, I think that's very disrespectful.
What about this person who says, you know why they know it's not true? Not real. They've got different birthdays. You're sick. And so, but the weird thing is that Katy Perry has responded to this.
What did Katy say?
She responded to this saying, "Wait, am I?" So of all the crazy things that's written about her, bosom size, all of it, this is the thing she responds to, saying, "Well, that's interesting, am I?"
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Brendan Jones would like to know.
I'd like to know. I'd like to be in the know.
You know, is it too late for me to go somewhere else for a job?
Why do you want to go somewhere else? Stay here. Stay with me.
Okay.
It's safe and it's warm.
It's like the 80s for you.
It's comfortable. It's not like the 80s. It's a fun place. And the 80s, was a great time to be around.
Yeah, and we're not in the 80s anymore.
Yeah, but now
we can't discuss women's bodies so easily anymore.
And I really do.
You're pulling a face saying, who said? Who said?
Can't a man admire the female form anymore, officer?
Yeah. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah. Cutting room floor.
Okay, friendy, it's time for the cutting room floor. What have we got?
Look, I'm sorry about this today. I just feel there's a whole lot of people who just want to say stop.
Yep.
Too much information. The electronic superhighway, where is it taking us? When it first started, do you remember when the internet first started? And I did stories at Beyond 2000 about this. What it was a coffee pot.
Yeah.
In a college dorm.
Yes.
It was in the kitchen of a college dorm, and they were all working away, and they thought, I wonder if the coffee pot's full, because I don't want to go down if it's not full. I don't want to be the person who has to make a new pot of coffee. So someone worked out how to actually put a camera on the coffee pot. That was the beginning of it all. And then remember there was a girl, Jenny, and she put a video in her bedroom. Nothing saucy, nothing OnlyFans, but she broadcast few bits and pieces from her bedroom.
Right.
And look where we are now. Yesterday I came across all this weird stuff of people sharing too much information, and they're not attractive people. They're not OnlyFans people. This is just Mr. and Mrs. up the road. That's what's so weird to me. This is Mrs. You could see her at the shops. It could be your kids' friends. They are sharing the most intimate parts of their lives.
So what have we got?
Have a listen.
So I poo about 4 times a day, and I love it. I love poos. I'm such a poo girl because I just find it so fascinating. And it's such a great way for the body to communicate with you via pooping. But my favourite one is the first one in the morning. Oh, get it all out of me, and it makes me so energized, and I feel like I'm ready to move forward in my day, leaving, the yesterday behind. I think it's quite symbolic. But while we've been in Sydney, I've been eating a bit of gluten, and my farts are really bad. Like, I'm constipated, but the farts are like there's something medically wrong there, or like spiritually wrong. Like, it's like you need to seek help from a higher power.
A higher power is me turning this off.
Because you are
what
not
about
well.
this other?
And I love that because in the past I've been like, damn, that
She's
stinks.
doubled up.
No, stop it. What about this one? Have a look at this woman. Do you think she looks a bit like Mrs. Doubtfire?
She does.
She looks like Mrs. Doubtfire.
What's she done?
Well, she has written up. She's on day 3 of not rubbing her muff. She said,
Is that the thing that keeps her hands warm?
She said, saw a hunk in front of me at lunch today. It gave me some bad thoughts and I wanted to touch myself, but I stayed strong. So that's what this is this woman who looks like someone's grandma, probably is someone's grandma, has decided to share that information.
You don't want to think about grandma rubbing a muff, even her hands are cold or not.
What about the woman she rinses out her undies at a certain time of the month and drinks it.
Oh, no.
Pours some under the tree and consumes some. Films herself doing it. And then
Why are you doing that?
there's this woman.
Okay, what's this woman?
Honestly, it is. It is really stinky, unfortunately. It's in my genetics, especially like after I sweat, which I'm a really sweaty girl. I sweat a lot. So yeah, she is a little bit stinky down there.
I think that's enough.
Right,
That's
yeah.
enough. Why? What's going on?
Well, why are you looking at this shit?
I'm not. What algorithm am I in?
I don't know.
This is what
'Cause
comes past my phone.
But you tap on once you.
No, I don't tap. Or maybe I do.
Do you?
Do I tap?
Were you in the queue behind the hunky guy?
I know. What point will be too much?
Okay, let me explain
What point will be too much?
Let me explain.
I know how algorithms work.
What I find, and this is not sexist, women don't seem to understand algorithm.
I understand it,
'Cause
but
once you
maybe
tap
we're
on
more
the
curious
story-
than you are.
Once you tap on the story, it will beget more of those stories.
If I knew that because I tapped on some stories because I felt I had to pay homage and people were telling me that their pets were dying.
Yep.
And I tapped on it because I thought I need to bear witness to people's pain. And then I just got more and more and more
Yep.
and more. You have to. That's the thing. If you're curious for 1 second,
Yep.
as you know, when you got in trouble, if you're curious for 1 second, suddenly you're down that silo. But so I'm getting people who just too much information. This is the TMI channel I must be watching.
That's what it is. And I
get a lot of salad recipes too.
you do. I get a lot of big busty girls tending to silos.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Which bit do you like, the bust or the silo?
I like grain. I like it all.
Sowing your wild oats, Brendan.
Hey, Fonzie.
Hey, 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 everybody, here's some more Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 get ready, everybody, here's some more Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 are you ready for more?
On the cutting room floor today.
When you go to Vegas, what do you think about? What kind of things do you look to do
Bright
and
lights,
spend your money on in
big
Vegas?
city. Gonna spend my soul on the very last dime.
Okay. Well, alcohol, obviously, from what you've just been
There'll
saying.
be booze. I've been to Vegas. For me, I don't think it's as big a deal as people make out.
You went to Vegas with your small children.
Yeah, but
that's not the classic Vegas experience.
Yeah, but we went into the bars and we went into the strip joints.
Did you with your kids?
Yeah, of course.
No,
yeah.
you did not.
The youngest on
Be
my shoulders.
sincere, you did not.
And it was good. That was good for putting the money into the dancer's G-string from the bottom of the
You
stage.
were like Elon Musk. You had your son with you at all times as a
I did.
shield, a
Just-
human shield.
Just on my shoulders.
Because I went with Melanie. We went to see Barry Manilow, if you remember
Yeah.
correctly. But I didn't put a single cent into any of the gambling slots. I didn't spend a single cent on gambling and didn't go. The only reason I went into casinos was to go to the shows. So we went to see a variety of shows. We went to the big shopping malls. We ate fabulous restaurant food. We didn't eat at the, all you can eat
Yep.
face in a trough stuff where you walk around with a giant margarita around your neck. We didn't do any of that stuff. So I had a very nice time in Vegas.
Yeah.
It wasn't the manky side. Apparently, you go a couple of streets off the strip. And
Oh, yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
The reason I ask what most people associated with Vegas, it's like the movie The Hangover. You can actually rent a grandma in Vegas. This is a business that provides a variety of services like domestic help and babysitting, if you need it, from a series of grandmothers.
Right.
What kind of everyone thinks a grandmother is imbued with love, with care. Not everyone's grandma is. So I hope you don't get a cranky one.
Yeah, what about that?
Because as people get older, it's a physiological fact that your thinking shifts and the manners and your restraint drops away. So you might get one that says, well, you're fat.
Yeah.
You may get that kind of grandmother.
Well, my kids could probably attest to that with my mother.
Yeah.
Just recently just said something along those lines to one of the members, one of her grandchildren.
That's nice.
And it wasn't received well.
No, I remember one of the first times Harley met my grandmother, and she was always kind of funny and feisty, but she said, "Who are you?" And we were engaged at the time, and I think she had already met him, but, they don't have the pleasantries.
Another one.
So another of her fancy men. So you assume you're going to get the loving grandma, but who knows what grandma you'll get.
I'm just thinking, as soon as you say Vegas, grandma, renting her, I'm feeling that she's going to be used inappropriately.
I think she has a say in it. I don't think she, hey, we want to rent a grandma at the penthouse for 3 days. I think, there'd be babysitting services. There'd be.
Sure, but they were a very compliant generation, that era. I'm just saying.
I think the modern grandma isn't. And this is the point we're at now. I've got friends who children are having children, having babies, and these women are still working, or if they're not working, they've forged their own time. So they don't want to spend all their time looking after the grandchildren. They love their grandchildren, but that era doesn't exist anymore of, hey, I'm giving up everything to look after the children. That's not the new era either.
No, it is true.
And often on socials you see sexy grandma and stuff like that. They're 35 years old.
But enough about your hashtag.
So beware, if you're in Vegas and you're looking to rent a grandma, maybe you want the salacious kind, maybe you don't, but specify.
What stays in Vegas? I can't remember how it goes.
See, you're like grandma. She won't remember
You
either.
won't remember.
Everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. It's the cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today.
Well, recently about that woman, the American influencer, who posted a video of herself snatching a baby wombat from its mum.
Yes.
Well, she got into all kinds of trouble, didn't she? And the Home Affairs Minister, Tony Burke, said it's unlikely she'll be able to visit Australia again. She said, hey, guys, lighten up. I didn't harm it. And she goes overseas saying, you Australians, we're in the midst of a very conflicted time. But if there's one thing that will unite Australians, it's don't touch our baby animals.
Yeah, leave them alone. Susie DeMarkey's mine.
Don't touch them.
Keep away from. But she makes a good point there because it's well known that farmers will eradicate wombats because they can do a lot of damage to crops with their wombat holes and things like that. They'll rip up the wombat hole.
Wombats in many places are dying from deadly diseases, and we're trying desperately to keep them alive.
But
Do
I
not
will
take one from its mum.
Yeah, I will say this: do not. No one wants an influencer to film it and show it off.
But she wasn't doing that. She was just saying, isn't this cute? She had no knowledge of the local environment. She had no knowledge of how the local farmers felt.
It's like if I went to America and I just ate a bald eagle.
Yeah. They are delicious, by the way. They're quite delicious. But a couple of other stories here of influencers in the wild doing terrible things. These tourists have been deported after mooning the Great Wall of China. Oh. This is Japanese tourists. What's happened? Japanese tourists aren't normally like this. They're the best behaved people in the universe.
So mooning from the Great Wall of China?
They mooned the Wall of China. So they were deported from China. They took pictures of themselves mooning the Great Wall, this couple in their 20s. They were detained for 2 weeks over these inappropriate photos. He was exposing his buttocks while she took the picture, according to Japanese media outlets.
It wasn't a double moon.
The embassy in Japan has confirmed that this happened. They were, quote, subsequently released and returned to Japan during January. But, this is the embassy got involved here. And what about these cases?
Well, what about the Reverend Moon? Did they get him involved?
A big moony wedding.
Remember the moony weddings?
Blue moon, as if it's cold.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This Russian woman was detained in Bali because she didn't know that the 700-year-old tree she posed naked in front of was sacred. People just don't do it. Yeah. So it infiltrated the local community. The photo that she took resulted in her arrest and deportation.
Oh.
What about this couple? These
It
Americans.
got wood, though.
Yeah. This couple.
Sorry, you do the puns. I forgot.
No,
Sorry.
and I laughed and enjoyed it. And did they get a root? I don't know. This couple, where are they from? A Taiwanese YouTube prankster with 3.4 million followers. There's a sentence. And his girlfriend.
My favourite genre.
They were denied entry into a supermarket in Bali for not wearing face masks. This is during COVID.
Yep.
So they later returned, I'll just give you a photo, with a face mask painted on the girlfriend's face.
Oh, okay.
So they came on and said, yes, I am, thinking it's funny, filmed themselves. They've been tracked down after a politician saw the video, and Succo, detained by immigration. They're awaiting deportation. She was arrested and fined $100 for not wearing a mask. So just people be respectful and don't be idiots.
Just keep it to yourself.
Well, I know what you're thinking. If you're going to chuck a brown, I don't film it. But just don't do it. Don't go to these incredible monuments and strip off and put your bum in it or do any of those things. Just don't.
And if you're the Reverend Moon, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's coloring floor. Yeah. Get ready, everybody, here is some more. Jonesy and Amanda's coloring floor. Are you ready for more? Yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's coloring floor.
It's Friday on the cutting room floor today.
What have you got for
Your
me?
boyfriend, George Clooney, is retiring from romantic movies. Breaking news. Do the news thing.
Do.
Hollywood star George Clooney has announced that he is retiring from romantic movies to give way to younger leading men.
You know what's interesting? There was footage of him the last few weeks and people are saying, oh, he's given in to his youth, he's dyeing his hair, he looks terrible. It was for a role. He acknowledged it was for a role. He said, my kids are going to mock me. I'm doing this for a role. People went, oh, I'm trying to look younger, George.
Oh, that was for Grecian 2000. He's got the Grecian going.
Grecian. I haven't heard of Grecian 2000 for some time.
There's a lot of double standards, though, when it comes to men dyeing their hair.
know.
I'm not saying this. I've never dyed my hair. I did once as a sort of a experiment many years ago. Yeah, I got that blonding spray, and it just, my wife or girlfriend back then.
Same person?
Yeah.
Oh.
She had this spray, and it was called sun bronze or something like that. You sprayed it in your hair, and then you stood in the sun, and your hair would go lighter.
Did it?
And I went, oh, that's a bunch of shit. And I went, and went out into the sun, nothing. Then that night went to an engagement party with my then girlfriend, now wife, and someone said, your hair's got a lot lighter. What's going on? I said, oh, it actually works. So I did it for an experiment. And then my wife.
There's a lot of bricks of detail in that story that's not required. I don't care that you went to an engagement party. We used to do this.
What if we do a comprehension test?
We used to do this when we were younger, we'd squeeze lemon
Yep.
in our hair and sit outside to see if it would go blonde.
Or just swim in a 70s chlorine pool.
Then it'd go green and come out with more Band-Aids than you went in with.
You know, if you knew that your dad had overdosed the pool when the kid came out like a skeleton.
So what's George Clooney retiring?
So
No, he's not retiring from movies.
No, he's retiring from romantic movies. He wants to give the younger guys a go.
You know, but can I put this to you? As an older person now, why aren't we seeing romantic stories of people our age? Like he's only a year or so older than I am. Well, if he wants to have a romance with in a movie Michelle Pfeiffer or Meryl Streep or someone who's age appropriate, then we should be seeing those romance films. They're not just for young people, George.
I think Meryl Streep is considerably older than George.
So is he saying, if he was going to be cast in a romantic film, the women would be much younger,
or of similar age?
and he's not interested?
He's 63. You're 63.
What are you saying? Oh, stop it. George has my number.
But it's like what Tina Fey said when that movie Gravity, you know, with Sandra Bullock, and he's up in space, and then it comes to a point where he has to float away in space and die.
And they said this is a film about a man who'd rather float away in space and die than spend another minute with a woman his own age.
So that was George. He just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to spend any time with a woman his own age in a movie. Because how old is Amal Alamuddin?
Amal Alamuddin. He's Misso, international famous human rights lawyer.
Like I said, Misso.
She's younger than he is, but she's not stupidly younger. And I find this would be an interesting quiz because he used to go out with. Remember, he went out with young actresses, with a female wrestler for a while. He is a smart man, and he settled down with a smart woman. Does that make him less sexually interesting? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I'd be interested to know what people think. Whether you prefer him looking like a cad, a bit of a sexy cad, than a sensibly married man to a smart woman. Does it take his testosterone away? If
you were married to George Clooney, it's George Clooney. You would have to be of equal talent to George Clooney. I'm not saying that you're not equal talent. In fact, scratch that from the record. I would say of equal celebrity. But then again, you look at Ben Affleck and J-Lo when they got together. I thought, that's great. But then that just imploded because it's
the
Ben Affleck.
egos were too big.
Well, it's Ben Affleck and it's J-Lo.
Two big, enormous egos.
Yeah. It's like radio shows. You have to be on equal standing.
Or maybe are you in danger if there's two big equal egos?
Well, how do you feel
And maybe
about
are you feeling you're getting too old and I need someone younger? You could dye your hair brown or blonde, you know how.
I get the spray.
Get the spray. Go to an engagement party and see if it works.
I like to put the bricks of details in for you, friendy. That's what
it's
I do.
all grouting, no brick.
And, well, grout is an important part. It's all grouting, no brick.
Everybody in a seat for today. Come back tomorrow for some more of Jonesy and Amanda's